Hey everyone, I'm Richard. I'm founder of Priceloop, and today I would like to share some more about our company, what we're currently doing, what we're up to, and what we're looking for. So thanks a lot for tuning in. First of all, what is Priceloop all about? At Priceloop, we believe that many e-commerce companies are missing out on a huge opportunity. Because many e-commerce companies are still doing their pricing either manually with tools like Excel or G-Sheets or rule-based. And what we mean with rule-based is that they essentially have a deterministic rule to calculate their price that they are actually offering to their final customers. For instance, when an e-commerce company is selling TVs, like imagine like a branded TV from Sony or from LG or some other brand, they oftentimes use the competition price, crawl that in an automated way, and then they apply a rule like, hey, we always want to follow the competitor price of competitor X with a top up of 2% or 5% or whatever, down to a minimum margin of some other percentage so that my margin never goes below some other percentage. And then they run their pricing like that. However, these companies or many of these e-commerce companies, they never actually A/B test what kind of rule and what kind of rule parameters actually makes most sense. So like the difference to the competition price or the minimum margin, or if that whole rule actually makes sense, or if there's a different rule that performs better. Most of these companies just once apply the rule and then they keep it going and never really A/B test it in a proper way. And we are here to change that. And we actually even want to enable companies to A/B test. And we also want to take it one step further towards a self-learning system so that there are no fixed rules that don't become smarter, but rather we want to build an AI-driven pricing system that becomes smarter every day by also looking at the actual revenue and margin performance that these companies achieve with their pricing that they're doing. So we have a closed loop system, which we see on this page. Essentially, we have an AI model that is being trained using different input features. Those can be different depending on the industry and depending on the particular company situation. This is also very flexible. And this AI model predicts a demand function. So we are predicting based on the data, we are predicting how the demand will change in relation to the price. So the number of units that we're expecting to sell on product level. So we're predicting that on product level. Then using that function, we are able to optimize the price for maximum profit or also for other user-definable target functions. And then after some post-processing that is usually necessary, we can export the price and set it live. And then we're also logging the actual performance in revenue and profit for that particular price and product. And by that, we're actually able to close the loop and train the AI to get better and better every day. In our market, there are already actually quite a lot of solutions, pricing solutions out there, but none of them actually is positioned in the way that we are. So on this chart, on the next page, you see that many of the products are actually further on the rule-based side. So that's kind of like the traditional way of doing it. However, only a few products or like much less products and solutions out there are actually AI-based, so are actually self-learning systems. And those that are self-learning require a lot of data. So I know, and I heard pitches already in a different role that I had before. I heard pitches from products in the market that they're saying, yeah, okay, we need like €1 billion in revenue to actually train our AI system to make it work. We changed that, and we are able to train our AI with little data. Like if a customer is giving us like 50 or 100 products with a couple of thousand of sales, we can already extract a signal and train our models from that data, which just makes it so much more usable for a lot of companies. What are we up to in the future? So right now we're targeting this market of large and mid-sized e-commerce companies. And in the future, we will also build a solution which is more plug and play for Amazon Marketplace and Shopify, And then we will also move on towards offline retail, and finally also towards building an AI retail platform. So this doesn't have to be restricted to pricing only. Pricing actually interconnects with many different functionalities, and we also want to build self-learning systems for that. Our market is fairly big when you're looking at the total market for AI-fueled retail solutions. We're looking at a $5 billion market globally, which also is growing very fast. So in general, this is a large and attractive market and fast-growing market. My co-founder is Dat Tran. He was formerly head of AI at Axel Springer and has a passion for pricing. He also worked as head of data before at Idealo, which is a German price comparison website, the largest one. And I co-founded Contorion before in 2014, and we exited Contorion in 2017 at a 9-digit valuation. And I also was responsible for pricing as an MD at Contorion. And before that, I worked at McKinsey for 5 years and also focused on pricing and retail. So pricing was kind of my passion already, and is a passion of mine already for a long time. Where are we today? We closed our pre-seed round and we built a product MVP. We also hired a product team. We currently have 7 employees, and we are looking for seed funding towards the end of the year in Q4 in the order of 2 to 3 million euro in funding volume. And we highly appreciate interest to potential customers. So if you have connections to or potential interest to mid or large e-commerce companies who might be interested in trying out our product, we really much appreciate it. Yeah, so thanks a lot for listening in, and looking forward to get in touch. Here's my contact data, and happy to exchange later on.